Now let's talk about a sexy company. That's Tesla Motors. Yes. Elon Musk, South African born, went to school in Pretoria, now based in Palo Alto, California, busy designing rocket ships on the weekend and master plans during the week, sleeping at the end of the production line. Because of course the Tesla and the Model 3 that's coming, a lot of excitement about all electric vehicles and the Gigafactory, and now the bid for Solar City we must talk about. Market capitalization, $32.7 billion. Price to earnings ratio, don't make me laugh. In other words, it's so high, it's not in the regular habit of making profits. And dividends, I don't know, maybe in 2100 it'll pay some dividends, but not
don't
today.
expect those soon.
Chowing all the cash it can find.
Yeah. Going through a lot of cash, isn't it?
People like this company though, South African investors in particular.
They do. Well, you know, it's quite a polarizing share. People either love it or they just think that they don't back Elon and his team. And that's really what you've got to do, as with many of these revolutionary growth type companies. There is a lot to like about it. I think they're at the cutting edge of industry changes. I think there's some implementation risk, so they've got to get the scale and the manufacturing to back up what they've promised investors.
Because they literally have said that by, I don't know, 2021 or something, they want to be making 1 million vehicles a year.
Yeah.
Now compare that to Toyota and to Volkswagen that are already making 10 million a year. But this is going to be a huge trajectory because they currently make 80,000 vehicles a year.
Well, that's right. It's still very
so
small.
Elon, Iron Man, reckons he can make, you know, they're battling to make 80,000 vehicles now, and he wants to make 1 million within like 5 years.
Yeah. And expand the product set. You know, they're going to go into trucks and buses potentially. So that's going to add more complexity to the manufacturing side.
And the batteries are key, of course, because even a Model S now, which is a wonderful, brilliant car, it's got a maximum mileage of about 200 miles.
Yeah.
So that's the distance before you have to charge it up.
Yeah.
So it's better for urban driving than it is for road tripping.
Yes.
But, you know, if they could make the batteries better, that's the idea at the Gigafactories, to turn the batteries and to make them more, and so that the range goes up and the recharge time comes down.
Correct. So I think they're looking at that holistic solution, the Gigafactory, the Solar City bid forms part of that, doesn't it? Just explain that
piece. Solar City is a company that helps people put solar panels on the roof and then put a power wall in, and it sort of creates like power usage.
So they're basically vertically integrating their offering in that regard, and allowing that solar energy to come into the factories and the manufacturing and all of that, which I think will be complementary. Some people have criticized that was obviously, you know, his factory and that type of thing, that there is a conflict there. I think he's got the big picture in mind, and when you're investing here, you're backing him to deliver on that.
Let's look at the share chart, because it's nice if you bought them earlier. I do actually own them personally, and I think I bought them at about $30 a share, and then they went to the moon, and then I've held them up and down through this cycle. So the last year or so, they've been at this sort of level, although they did have a spectacular softening at the beginning of this year, 2016.
$140 you could have picked them up at this year.
In February,
So that's 50% up off.
So as you say, though, huge short interest. So in other words, there's about 30% of the shares in issue have been borrowed by short sellers and sold short in the market with a view to try and force them down. So, hot or not?
Yeah.
Would you buy them?
I think you've got to back these guys, forefront of innovation. If they get it right, great returns.
So if they get it right, they will be like making 1 million cars. They'll dominate the premium end of the autos market, and they'll be as big and important as BMW and Mercedes are now. They'll be the dominant player because they'll have like a huge lead on everyone. Yeah. And then everyone else will be scrambling to make cheap electric cars that nobody really wants.
Correct.
Generalizing a little bit. Okay.
Yeah. I think you can back them. I wouldn't, put the house on it. It's going to be risky, and it's going to be volatile.
It's going to be a roller coaster ride.
But my opinion, you want some exposure there.
Okay, good. I like that conclusion. That would be mine as well. Hot on that one.